Wow. That's all I have to say. Wow. Boogie Cousins is getting traded to go play with Anthony Davis. I did not see this coming at all. That is absolutely crazy. I did see a trade coming, just not with the Pelicans. Like, Anthony Davis and Demarcus? I kept on thinking, Anthony Davis might team up to play with John Wall, maybe Isaiah Thomas. But, obviously he'd have to get traded. He's under contract, but you know what I mean. But no, he ends up getting matched with the best centerman with the best power forward in the game. This is absolutely insane, and it has the potential to be insane. Now, the trade is Demarcus Cousins and Omri Caspi for Buddy Hield, Tyreek Evans, Galloway, who cares, a first-round pick and a second-round pick in 2017. I'd say an all-right value for New Orleans. For the Pelicans, I'd say, it all depends on if Demarcus stays, which I think he will. But on the Kings side, if you're a fan of the team, look at it this way. You just gave up the best centerman in the league for a first-round pick and Buddy Hield. Because you're not just looking at volume, you're looking at quality, because you're giving up the best center in the game. In the world, the best center, you're basically getting a first-round pick and Buddy Hield, which is better than nothing. If he was indeed going to walk away, I don't think he's going to walk away from New Orleans. I really don't. He lives not too far away from there, which is just an added bonus, and he's going to get to play with the best power forward. If they can figure out what to do with each other in the paint, they are going to absolutely murder teams. Davis can put up 40 points on any given night. Demarcus can absolutely terrorize any team on any given night. They're both averaging a double-double. Anthony Davis is 30% from 3 and 50% from the field. Demarcus is, I think, like 46 from the field, but an extra 5%. He's got 35 from three-point land. So even though they're not A-plus three-point shooters, you have to respect it. You have to respect it at the end of the day. You can't just leave them out there. So even if for whatever reason one of them's out there, they can drag one out, but still have a big man in the paint. The opportunity and potential for this tandem to work out is so high. The ceiling isn't even set. It all has to do with if they can work it out. The question for a lot of people has been, can you win with Demarcus Cousins? I don't know. That's the question, isn't it? How bad does he want to win? Is he going to tighten himself up? Not get technical fouls every game? Now you've got a legitimate team. It's funny how this one player can totally turn a team around. And I feel like it has. It doesn't make them a contending team, but it turns the franchise around in a very good direction. I hope they can pick up a veteran point guard in free agency to get him the ball. I don't know who. I haven't looked up potential free agent guys, but I hope they can get a nice veteran to come in, a pure point guard, not a Stephen Curry type, not a Russell Westbrook type, a CP3 type, maybe even him, a John Wall type. CP3, the free agent, could you imagine that? He's not what he was, but Chris Paul giving the ball to Anthony Davis and Demarcus Cousins, how do you guard that? How many teams are going to have somebody to put a man on each one? You're going to have to double team both of them. It's crazy. If he leaves, if he doesn't re-sign there, that's going to be the most disappointing move, not a long time. You got the bitch KD. He's not going to top KD, but it's going to be disappointing if he doesn't stay. I would love to see him try and work it out. They still got Drew Holiday playing point guard, which is he's decent. He's not great, but he's not terrible. I hope now that I'm talking about it, I hope they can gather up Chris Paul to come and play. Again, it wouldn't make them a contender. They don't have nearly the bench and the depth required and the chemistry required to win. But they're in the right direction now. They are in the right direction now. And let me pull up NBA standings. Let me take a look. Where is the Pelicans? So in the Western Conference, they are 11th, but they are only 2 games back from 8. They're only 2 games back from 8. This makes them a playoff team. And another thing, Anthony Davis, hopefully he can stay healthy. If he can stay healthy, and they can somehow find a way to help each other's games in the paint, they are going to be an absolute wrecking machine. It makes them must watch. Like the first game they play, I'm watching. I might watch a Cousins. I might watch an Anthony Davis if they're playing, but I'm not gonna change my day to watch them. I'm gonna change my day to watch these two play. These two are going to be amazing to watch play. The way Anthony Davis can take a game over, when he's doing that, you can still have Demarcus Cousins get a solid 20 and 10, a 20 and 15 type night with a block or two. You know, obviously they're not shooters, so they're going to be more efficient than jump shooters, but they're both shooting from the field at 50% basically, averaging out around 48. They're good. They're going to be an efficient team. If they can, they need a guy like Shumpert. I would like to see them try and get a guy like Shumpert, another defender who can guard the perimeter. They have big men, but now they need to be able to guard the perimeter because Anthony Davis is pretty big. You don't want to ISO him with a Stephen Curry. He's going to get tangled up. He's going to get injured, for God's sake. I'm not even saying that for exaggeration. He might. But no, you need to get a guy like... You need a pure point... This team has to be constructed just right for it to work. You need a pure point guard who's not selfish, like a John Wall, like a CP3. Not exactly them, but that type of player. And then you need perimeter defenders. Off the bench, you definitely need a guy to score. Maybe a Jamal Crawford type player. Somebody hopefully more consistent than him, though. And not as overrated as him. But I don't even know who the general manager is of the Pelicans. But I hope he does a good job. I hope he does a good job. Who is the general manager? Let me see this. I have no idea. It is... Who is it right now? I don't even know. Hopefully he does a good job, though. I would love to see him take the team to the promised land. Mary Vinet? That's the most recent update they have on the site. So, I don't know if it's him, but if this team is constructed right, if they can get a pure point guard, if they can get perimeter defenders, and if they can get a nice scoring guy off the bench, they're going to be deadly in the future. I mean, you are building around the best centerman and power forward in the league. That is crazy. Now watch Demarcus leave in free agency and totally ruin everybody's dreams about this team. Oh God, they're going to get bandwagoned hard though. Not as hard because they're not a competitive team right now, but there's going to be a lot of closet bandwagoners. Oh no, I was a fan of them. I was a fan of both of them. You know, I like them. No, there's going to be a lot of closet bandwagoners, but joking aside, it's going to be fun to watch. Let me know what you think of them, but wow. Wow, they have the potential to be definitely a champion. I could see them going back to back if they get the right team assembled. This is a very interesting team to watch, especially this upcoming free agency. The offseason in general. Get Cousins signed, get a dedicated true point guard, and then build from there. Maybe trade away a Drew Holiday for more perimeter defenders. Wow. What an interesting team. I love it. Holy crap, I can't wait to watch them play.